Hello everyone. This case study is based on an interview with one of our API Sentinel customers performed by Joe Krull, Senior Cyber Security Analyst at the Aite Group. The case study is an excerpt from the joint webinar with the Aite Group recorded on October 27th, titled A Look into API Vulnerabilities and Attacks. To view the entire webinar, please visit the resources section of our website, Cequence.ai. Thanks very much.
A bit about me. So I'm coming up on 45 years in information security. I've worked in 115 countries. Obviously, security's been job one for me. I've been a chief information security officer for Global 1000 companies. I've been a consultant for a large technology company. I've worked in the Big Four. And I joined Aite Group last year as a senior cybersecurity analyst to really give back to the industry and work with our clients to help them kind of sort out where we were going, what kind of technologies and solutions work primarily in the financial services industry. I wanted to actually talk to someone that had implemented Cequence's API Sentinel, and I wanted to see how they were using it to improve their visibility and API security. And I had a really interesting conversation with a very, very hands-on director of technical architecture at this global financial services company. It's a big one, 60,000 employees. And I said, well, what were you actually trying to accomplish? And he told me that, APIs are it's the future for them. It's how they're going to deploy their services and their offerings to the consumers and the commercial clients as well. And they were really doubling down as an API first organization. And they knew that to be able to do this, they really had to really improve their visibility for their external APIs because they had a lot of potential to expose sensitive data. And so they were looking around for different solutions. And because they already had this relationship with Cequence, they were already implementing the bot defense product. They decided to add on API Sentinel. And, so far, since they've deployed it since last summer, the director told me that they really were getting that enhanced visibility that they wanted because they wanted to be able to know where data was going and where it was coming from. So it gives them that high level of visibility. They were also concerned about what we call shadow APIs, so APIs that had slipped through the development process, that were not part of the API catalog, that were rogue APIs, if you will, because in a large organization, as I mentioned, this happens. And what was happening also is there was, before API Sentinel, there was a disconnect between the information security team, the application teams, and the business units. And by having this data and this very, graphical representation of API traffic, it gave them a way to bring these teams together, and everyone was talking about the same thing. And it overcame some preconceptions that they had. And you'll see some quotes there on the slide. We can see that the APIs are doing what they were intended. They like the graphical representation. That was something that really stood out. And they were very, very happy with the support that they were getting from Cequence. And Cequence had been very responsive during the deployment of API Sentinel. So that was just an example of how one large financial services organization had used API Sentinel to improve their API security.